Retirement is something that we all think about from time to time, or more often depending on what stage of life you are in. Today, Colin Evans from Evans Financial Group joins me to discuss all things retirement and how to think of retirement as a brand new start instead of just the finish line. Colin, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me again.
So you have tons of information on retirement, the stages. Let's talk about why we should think of it as it reflects to stages.
Well, a lot of people, it's like you just mentioned, it's not a finish line, and it's a goal line of, hey, we made it. This is kind of the time that we're looking for. This is the excitement time. This is now, it's not the ending of the book. This is a brand new chapter. I mean, this is the time that you worked for, that you saved for. And, if we put together what's kind of commonly become these 3 stages that we've seen in retirement, we've kind of nicknamed them a little easy with the go-go years, the slow-go years, and the no-go years. And we start looking at, the very, very beginning is our go-go time frame. This is, the excitement that we get to do, the new adventures we get to take, the travel, the hobbies, what do I want to do? That becomes the biggest question. What's in the heart? What is that desire? How do I want to live? Personally, for me, I want to travel. I love to travel. That's a great experience, just to see new things, experience new foods and new places. For others, it could be that I want to be on the golf course. I want to be fishing. I want to be gardening. Count me out on gardening. I want no part of that, especially.
What? No, I love gardening. Gardening's the best. It's so good for your mental health, Colin.
Not in this heat. I will have somebody else do that.
Heat strokes.
Yeah, we just heard from the doctor. I am out on that one. But it gives us the time for those adventures and the things we want to do. But that's also typically a time where we see the income needs and income levels are the highest because we're experiencing new things. We're experiencing those hobbies and the travels and the expenses that come along with that. And these aren't justified by any sort of age category. These 3 segments are kind of based off of your own personal abilities, capabilities, and most importantly, your health. And we move into kind of the next phase, which we kind of call the slow-go years.
Slow-go, I like that.
This is, hey, traveling's getting to be burdensome. We have to go through TSA, check-ins to get to the airport, or the process to go on a cruise to drive to New Orleans or maybe Galveston to go out. It might not be more than you want to. It might be more exhausting or draining. And in that time frame, individuals and couples might find themselves, hey, I'm going to find something else that could be more fulfilling. That could be volunteering, charity work, doing things like with our church, and paying attention and having fun with those kids and grandkids and spoiling those. And you see a little bit more become homebodies in this time frame. And we kind of move from that, and this is where kind of the health dependent goes into we call the no-go time frame. Our body's not maybe going to allow me to, maybe a time for us to downsize homes or, make things a little bit easier for us in maintaining a larger homestead if the kids are already gone. And we can look at even those retirement communities. We've seen like the area in Florida, the villages, which have blown up. We've had several clients of ours that have retired over there. And it's great hearing from them when they're living in nothing but a fun golf course type community that they all drive golf carts around, and that's how they literally get to the grocery store and around through the neighborhood and the things that they do. It's like, actually doesn't really sound too bad.
Kids in my neighborhood are like rolling around on those like no one's business right now. Do you see during the slow go portion people go back to work though? Like, do you see people coming out of retirement during that specific stage to go back because they just are bored or they've got a lot of time on their hands?
You can, and I've seen the side businesses get started, from something that's passionate.
Because life ain't over.
It's not. It's by far from that. You're in this new chapter.
Right.
And we've had one client for many, many years, and he was a tremendous woodworker. And when he retired from a local plant, he went to work at Home Depot.
Yeah, but that helps give people purpose, right?
It did,
Colin, keeping people on schedules and keeping our bodies moving. Sometimes people just aren't ready to retire yet, or they find out that they get there and they're like, I'm bored. Okay, real quick, for any of the individuals that are playing the Powerball out there.
Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Exactly. What can people expect if they win that?
Oh my gosh, can you believe it? You get you can have the choice of, that long-term payout, or you could get that upfront lump sum.
Taxes, though.
Taxes are going to come into play. You cannot forget the tax man. You need to plan on 30 to 40% for your state and federal taxes.
30 to 40, y'all.
Plus, they're going to you got to keep in mind too that taking that lump sum is going to also be a much lower number. Now, granted, we're looking at what? It's over $1 billion. So
yeah, but if 30 to 40% is already taxed right off the bat.
It's
okay.
Okay, so the lump sum is going to be in the 500-ish range. Then you're going to get maybe 300. Biggest advice I can give for that: you're going to have a lot of family and friends come out of the woodworks, and they can take advantage of it. So keep your guard up.
All right. Well, thank you, Colin, for talking to me about retirement, but also the Powerball. Lots of stuff going on.
Good luck.
Absolutely.